All right. Good morning. Buenos dias. Konnichiwa. Thank you guys for being on the call this morning. It is 9:02, and it is also May 11th, 2020. I want to thank everyone for being on the call. Hopefully audio is much better than it was last week, so moving right along. So if you've been checking your emails, there's been quite a bit of updates as far as the COVID-19. And COVID-19, the SEP starts officially with CMS, with Medicare. They did release a COVID-19 official notice. So you're going to start seeing all the carriers announce and re-announce that there is now an official SEP for COVID-19. And here's the deal. So it officially starts March 1st, which is kind of ironic because it's already May 11th. But any of your clients that had an official SEP from March 1st until June 30th will be able to here that I want to clear up. The first thing is they do need to have another valid SEP. For most folks, that would be open enrollment period, which is usually for Medicare eligibles from January 1st until March 31st. So because March 1st falls in the OEP guidelines, then you can choose OEP as their official lost SEP during the COVID-19 pandemic. So with that said, you need to make sure that they have a valid SEP. Now, if it was a move situation or they lost coverage because of a job or something like that, you can then keep that in the back of your mind. The only company that makes you verify that lost SEP at this time right now is Devoted Healthcare. So you do need to actually select two SEPs on the application. One of them would be the lost SEP, and the second one is the one that you're going to put on any application from any carrier. So right now the SEP code for COVID-19 in order to enroll your member is DST, which stands for disaster. It's located on most all of the applications, including the online applications, and it basically boils down to this was a FEMA-related weather incident or disaster. And so the official code is DST, Delta Sierra Tango, and DST is the actual code that you're going to put on the application. Okay, and again, that SEP is available all the way until June 30th. So for instance, if you find somebody today that needs to enroll, they would go ahead and you would fill out the application for June 1st effective, because we're in May. And then next month, you have all of next month as well until June 30th. You'll have that SEP available. And if you enroll them during the month of June, they would be effective for July 1st. You cannot future date it to August or September. It won't work that way, and you cannot retroactivate the application. So it's moving forward from today and forward. So I hope that clears it up. On the other side, for individuals and families, ACA business does not have an official SEP from CMS. So no special election period code available for ACA at this time. We'll keep you posted. We expect to see that, but again, we haven't received official notice from CMS regarding the official SEP code for COVID-19 for individuals and families. All right, so that's that on that. If you have questions, we're going to do a question and answer session after the call, and I'll be glad to answer any questions regarding the COVID-19 SEP. All right, for Health Plan Markets, we are open for business. So not only are we still available by phone, text, email, Flare, Pigeon, however you want to reach us, we're here for you. But this week we are opening up some offices. Our offices are going to be open Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for agents only, and it is by appointment. So if you do need to get with one of our staff members or even myself Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week by appointment, send us a message. Just let us know, I need to get together with you, or you need to pick up supplies, or you need to drop off marketing assets, or whatever it is that you need to do at the office. You're more than welcome to. We are not inviting clients in at this time or prospective clients in the office at this time. This week, we're going to reevaluate that for next week, but it is by appointment only. But we are running the same business hours. Our team is working remotely. So Monday through Friday, we're still open here 9 to 6. Just let us know what you need. We're available by phone, emails, and text messages, the quickest way to get us. Just as a reminder, we've got our training calendar, which is always up and running thanks to Tom Ryan and his team of folks that keep that up and running for us. So today we've got quite a bit of training going on. At 9:30, we have United Healthcare. They're doing a virtual chat with Al Clancy and Deb Becker. At 10 o'clock, there is a web-based electronic enrollment for Medicare using the Fast App system from Humana. That's today at 10. 10:30, there's 2 trainings. So first one here is telephonic enrollment, how to do that with Cigna. So that's available at 10:30. And again, same thing there for Cigna. So that's it for today. For tomorrow in the afternoon, United Healthcare has a training at 2 p.m. and they're going to be discussing how to sell Medicare supplements. And this is for new agents, but anyone that is interested in learning or relearning how to sell Medicare supplements, that's available tomorrow, Tuesday, May 12th at 2 p.m. So that's there. Also, same time, 2 p.m., United Healthcare, new agent orientation. So if you're a brand new agent with United or you haven't sold a United Healthcare policy, or maybe it's been a while, this would be a great training for you to jump on at 2 o'clock tomorrow. On Wednesday, May 3rd at 9 a.m., Humana is hosting their veteran healthcare training, and great training if you need some more information on how to help our veterans in your market. Also on the same day, May 13th at noon, Bright Health is going to have a webinar regarding all their Bright benefits and extras that they've got going on. So that is available on noon on Wednesday. And then Wednesday, May 13th, again, at 3 p.m., Cigna is doing their telephonic enrollment training for their remote enrollment tools. Thursday, May 14th, 11 a.m., Bright Health is doing their individual and family plan training. That is available at 11 a.m. on Thursday. And at noon, they're doing a lunch and learn. So if you're new to Bright Health or if you're looking to open up your portfolio for ACA or grow, Bright Health is doing a very interesting event where if you register to attend, they're going to send you lunch. Now this is interesting. They can't actually physically send you lunch. But once you enroll, register, and attend that event on Thursday the 14th at noon, you will get an Uber Eats card so you can order lunch or be reimbursed for your lunch. So they're calling it a lunch and learn on Thursday. I thought that was a pretty cool, neat, creative idea there for marketing. So think about that, how you can do that with your clients. And then on Friday, we just have a light day on Friday, the 15th at 4 p.m., United Healthcare is hosting their training, Build Your Book of Business. So that's available at 4 o'clock on Friday. Again, all these trainings, all the registration links can be found on our training calendar. We send that out weekly, sometimes more than once a week, and then we'll now send you the text message so you'll have that link there. Please make sure you save that training link. We work really hard to gather and combine all these trainings to make sure they're all available to you in one place, so that way you don't have to bounce around and figure out who's doing what during the week. So thanks again to the team for putting that together. We really do appreciate that. Last week we sent out a email on Friday around 9 o'clock. We sent out an email regarding our coaching sessions. Now, coaching is a little bit different than training. So we actually get with you one-on-one and we do basically a needs analysis on you. Where are you at now in this business? You know, what are you doing well? What are you enjoying doing? And then we start to dig up what's not working. What is the things that you struggle with? And then we put together a game plan for you. And we're available to do that. So check your email. There's a link there if you'd like to go ahead and book a coaching session with either myself or one of our veteran team members. We've got Sergio, we've got Victor, we've got Tom, and they're helping me out with coaching sessions. And we're going to do about an initial hour session with you, and we're going to help you put together a game plan. So that coaching session is a new thing we're doing. It's a beta test. We really hope that it does bring success to you, and that, again, is available. Just check your email, and you can get with us, and we'll figure out what day and time is working best. I have my first victim tomorrow morning, so we will see how that goes, but I look forward to sharing my knowledge in the business and then guiding them on, how to be successful. All right. Also, just as a reminder here, our gold key is being worked on every day, and I'm really proud of the team for adding all these digital assets that we're scraping on websites or being sent by email. So we have all these great assets that are living in the gold key, which is our Google Drive account, and I want to make sure that everybody knows how to use that Google key. It is a phenomenal tool, and to my knowledge, as of right now, we are still the only FMO, at least in this area, that has something as strong a tool as that. And it takes us hundreds of man hours every year to combine all the great assets that we're getting from these carriers. And we do it every year to make sure that you have the most up-to-date information, all the tools, all the resources, all the PDFs, all the contacts. I really appreciate my team working hard on putting that together. And so I just want to make sure everyone's using that gold key and you're familiar with it, because it will come in handy when you're in front of a client, or if you're doing a remote application or a remote presentation. You have all the sales videos there. You have all the different summary of I do want to mention that if you are doing remote enrollments, if you're doing remote presentations, please remember that your clients, your newly enrolled clients, do need to have a physical kit. So however you're doing that, if you're mailing those kits or you're having the company send them a kit, however you're doing that, please make sure that they are still receiving those physical kits. That is part of your responsibility as the representative, as the insurance agent, and as their benefit advisor. Please ensure that they do have a mailed kit. Now, I know some of you are sending the digital version of these kits, and that's A-OK, but you need to ensure that you're getting those kits out to them. Now, at Health Plan Markets, we know that this could be expensive, so keep a record of your receipts, and we'll work with you on how we can get that reimbursed for you. So we are offering reimbursement for postage. I understand that could really stack up, especially sending those heavy kits via media. You're going to actually, when you go to the post office, you do a media mail. It's not too bad. I think it's about $3 or $4 at the time of this call right now. So, or you can go to the front desk and they'll do it. I like to go to the self-service counter. They've got those automated postage kiosks, and you go up there and you plug in media mail, and then you weigh the media kit, and it goes into the envelope and you send it out. So it's like $3 or $4, but we'll be happy to reimburse you. If you're doing 10, 15 of those mail-out kits, that can become expensive, so we'll be glad to do that. Just make sure you're tracking that. Make sure you got the receipts. Send them in to us, and we'll be glad to work with you on how we can get that reimbursed. All right, reporting. I do want to make sure that everyone is part of the contest and the things that we're doing. We'll be announcing our contest winners on the next call from the contest that we run last month. But in order to participate in all these contests and great things that we're doing, we do need to make sure that you are reporting your sales. We send out the links and the numbers every week. It's come to my attention that some folks may feel a little hesitant about reporting because they don't want your name on the sales board for whatever reason. We're okay with that. So just let us know. Send John Minotti a little note, whether it's by email, text, phone call, and let him know that that you don't want to be on the sales board. You can report your numbers, and not be on the sales board, and that's okay. So if you feel a little bit more comfortable about that, we're okay. Again, the reasons we want you to report is not so much for us because we get the information anyway. It just helps us get it faster, and we're able to have intelligent conversations with our carrier partners and our physician partners where we can go to bat for you and say, hey, did you know Justin did 3 sales for you last month, and it was a WellCare sale and a Humana sale, and we need marketing support for this person. So we're able to have those conversations when we get those reports, and that's part of our job. But the second part of it is keeping you organized, because open enrollment is coming up, and you want to make sure that you have a solid CRM system, and you want to make sure you have a solid organization system in place so you're not scrambling around trying to figure out where are the phone numbers and where are the addresses, and is this one ready to mail, and is this one ready to send a text message to, and do I have all my email addresses to all my clients? It's really important to stay organized. Now, we have a CRM system. Yes, there is a cost for it at this point. It's about $30 to use every month, but you don't need to have that, okay? So if it's really simple. If you want to take the cheap way out, you can do that. You just need 2 lists. It's very simple. You need 2 lists. You need a prospecting list and you need a client list. And the way I explain it is when you enroll a prospect, you move them to your client list. If you lose a client, you move them back into your prospecting list. It's very simple. So you should always have 2 lists. Now the CRM system combines that, and you have one place so you can search and see where they are as far as the sales cycle goes, but it also makes sure that you can put notes. But reporting, so if you don't have the CRM system, that's okay. We do have an electronic consent to contact form, and this needs to be addressed because I know that you guys are still running and doing your thing as far as the enrollments are concerned, but please keep in mind that if you are contacted by a Medicare eligible, or you are working with a Medicare eligible and you believe that you're going to get an enrollment for Medicare Advantage, remember you do have to have some sort of proof that you have permission to talk to them about their Medicare options, and that's what we call an electronic consent to contact form. Okay. Now in our lead forms, we have that in there, so if you're receiving leads online, those lead forms are a consent to contact, so you're good to go. Now, the electronic consent to contact form, what's great about this is we can create a custom EC2C for you, and you will be able to have that on your phone, tablet, or iPad, and it automatically spreadsheets everyone you put in that form. So if you bump into somebody or somebody calls you, you grab their information and it automatically spreadsheets it for you and puts it into your Google account. And also what's great about that is it's what I call the poor man's CRM, because you can go back and update the information and put notes in there. But more importantly, it spreadsheets it and it's ready to go for mailers. It's ready to go for text messages, phone calls, dialers, mail outs, anything that you can think of, it's ready to go. It's already in format, and all we do is export it and send it in. And then if you decide down the road that you want the CRM system, it's automatically set up so we can just upload it into the CRM system and you have everything you need there and you can stay organized. So check that out. If you don't have an electronic consent to contact form, send your teammate a message, get with your agent support unit, and we will be able to get that set up for you this week. I want to make sure that you're ready for AEP, and that's a big part of it. One thing also, those of you that are reporting, whether you're using the electronic consent to contact form or you're using your CRM system, I want to explain a simple term that we use here. It's called garbage in, garbage out. And what that means is whatever you put into your forms, whatever you report, is exactly what lives in the CRM and exactly how your members are going to receive that information. For instance, let's say that Mrs. Jones, you enroll Mrs. Jones and she lives at 123 Main Street and you put 125 Mann Street. because you were running quick and you're trying to put all this information in. Well, Mrs. Jones isn't going to get your mail. And if you misspell Mrs. Jones' name, she's going to receive that information with her misspelled name. So it's really important that you slow down and ensure that the information that you're putting in is as accurate as you know it to be. And just think of it, how would your client like to receive this information back? You know, so double check birthdays, double check phone numbers, double check emails. All that stuff is really, really important, because remember, garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you put in, they're going to receive it the same way. So slow down and make sure that, you know, you're spelling, crossing your T's and dotting your I's, okay? All right, some updates from the plans. As of last week, those of you that were reading your emails, you saw that Humana is now waiving all out-of-pocket costs for all of their current active Medicare Advantage members. This is massive. It's almost as if everyone is now on a Medi-Medi plan with Humana. Now, there are some restrictions and limitations on that, so we are getting some more information, but the way that they had sent out the email, it looks like anything regarding co-pays, deductibles, and such, members will not have a copay, and this is in their response to COVID-19 as a service with their members. I thought that that was a really, really cool thing. The other thing that they're doing is they're sending out safety kits for those that feel that they need a mask or a face shield or gloves, and that's also in response to COVID-19. So Humana's really stepped up. I thought that that was a really neat thing for them to do. We've never seen this before, where a plan actually waives any part of the out-of-pocket cost for members. So, you know, if a member is considering Humana, this might be a really great time for them to join. Now, I can't tell you if new members are going to experience the same level of service, but I can tell you that current members on Humana, and this is Humana and not Care Plus, only Humana, and this is nationwide. So all Humana members across the nation are exempt from out-of-pocket costs. So if you have that on the board versus somebody else, I mean, really consider that, especially if the person is of low income or is struggling to make ends meet at this time. Really, really great plan option for them. For you, there is now a $75 toolkit credit for United Healthcare. Sorry, switching gears here. So we're talking about United. United Healthcare, normally when you do UHC applications for Medicare supplements, you normally have to pay for promotional items like pens and polo shirts and, you know, business cards and flyers and things. On the Medicare side, most of that stuff's no cost. But on a supplement side, they do charge you for those things. It's kind of funny, but they do. And so every time that you do an application, you're put in and you can receive a credit on their toolkit to order AARP Medicare supplement supplies. You can receive up to $75 in toolkit credit. So that's a pretty cool thing that I thought was out there and is available for those of you that are offering United Healthcare. So Medicare supplement, something to think about. You're getting rewarded for that. All right, so let's talk marketing. We've got 5 minutes left, so I've got a lot of great ideas for marketing this week, and I really hope that you take advantage of that. First thing, I always think about, you know, my current clients, my current customers, our current book of business. How are we serving them right now? How do they feel? Are they confident? Are they nervous about what's going on? You know, this is a really strange time, not only for us, but for them especially, you know. Is their health care going to be affected? What happens if they get sick? You know, are they going to have out-of-pocket costs? So these are great questions that you can put together a presentation, and I'll help you. We'll be glad to put together a frequently asked questions page, but this could be in a form of a customer appreciation and maybe a pandemic frequently asked questions seminar that you can host virtually or remotely. And our favorite tool right now is Google Hangouts, but you've got free conference call, you've got Zoom that's out there, you've got all these different tools that you might want to consider, you know, getting your clients and your members together virtually and have a hangout session. And, you know, it's really just about making sure that they're okay answering questions or getting their questions answered, and in a setting where it's, you know, they're amongst their peers and maybe they didn't think of that question, or maybe They didn't have the gumption to ask the question. So this is a great idea for getting your folks together and building that confidence within your book of business, but also reselling yourself and keeping that stickiness with your clients. It will also drive client referrals, which is our strongest lead source. So always think about that, how I can generate client referrals. It's always about goodwill to your book of business. What are you doing for them today? And a customer appreciation event, I think, will go a long way. Also, list services. If you're interested in doing any type of marketing, cold calling, or text messaging for either ACA books of business, Medicare supplements, you can do that. You can outbound offering Medicare supplements. We can't do that for Medicare Advantage, but we can do it for Medicare supplements. You can purchase lists. There are list services available, and we have the ability to help you gather that list. Sometimes it's no cost. So if you are looking for a list service, if you're looking for a specific zip code, or if you want to attack a county, and you're looking for maybe people that are turning 65, or you're looking for families of 4 people with X amount of income, so you can attack the ACA market, we'll be able to help you with list services. So I want to make that available to you. So let us know if you need a list to work. Facebook campaigns seem to be really, really hot right now. So if you're interested in doing a Facebook campaign, let us know as well. We have a gentleman that will help you out with that. He's a third-party vendor, James Cox. I sent that out last week or the week before regarding his contact information. If you need that again, if you're looking to put together a Facebook campaign, we have a gentleman that can, give you a quote and put that together for you as far as ads are concerned. And looking at AEP, we are in need of presenters, especially those that have the ability to do an online presentation. If you feel strongly that you would be a good candidate for that, really looking for those folks that used to do our Freedom presentations. I would love it if we can sit down and show you how to do a virtual presentation, because I think that's going to be a trend from now on. And I'd love to do a class on that. So if you are looking to do web seminars or seminars in the fall, we still may not be back to normal by then. We could have a second wave of this in the fall, which is another flu season. So if you are banking on having leads through sales seminars, please consider the web sales seminars that are going to be available to you. There are a few companies that have already opened up and said, yes, we are on board to do sales seminars. Our biggest partner, United Healthcare, is allowing us to do virtual seminars, so you can set up your own seminars. They will advertise those seminars. People join your webinar, you do your presentation, and you gather the leads. So I think that that's a pretty cool thing to do. So far, we've got a bite on United Healthcare. We've got Devoted and Bright Health. So those of you that are offering those companies and you're considering doing presentations in the fall, those are the companies that are on board with doing webinars and helping you promote those. So what's great about that is we don't have to drive from place to place and wait 2 hours. It's really efficient. You can work from home on that, and you can gather those leads and work those leads from home. All right, so again, if you're looking to do that, please send us an email or let your team member know so we can do our best in order to get that up and running and get you trained for the fall. The last thing that I wanted to share with you was a marketing idea that I've been seeing around town here in Orlando. So as you know, many restaurants have suffered pretty badly with their closings, their mandatory closings from the state, especially here in Florida. And what I thought was really interesting, the drive-through industry pretty much stayed on their 2 feet. They were affected, but not so bad because, there's very minimal contact when you go through the drive-throughs. And one of my favorite companies that I like to follow is Chick-Fil-A. Now, what I've noticed is Chick-Fil-A has been going into these apartment complexes and these neighborhoods with high traffic, and they've been setting up a pop-up tent and a pop-up table where there's a lot of foot traffic. And I thought it was really interesting because I thought that you guys could do the same thing, okay, especially during open enrollment. But what they simply did is they went to the apartment complex and they said, would it be okay if we set up a table and offered, you know, a minimal menu here of sandwiches or fries, and people drive up, you know, while they're going home or leaving their apartment complex, they see the Chick-Fil-A tent, they pull over and they're buying food. And I thought that was really cool. They're going to where their customers are. And it's not just about, you know, hoping and waiting and praying that their customers are going to come to them. They are going to them with pop-up tents, and it's normally 2 people at a time. That's what I've noticed. They usually have 2 employees there. They've got the credit card machine. They've got their hot bag there so they can pull out, you know, again, it's a limited menu. It doesn't have everything. But, you know, their most popular items like their chicken sandwich and all that is available right there on the spot. So I thought that was a really, really cool marketing idea. Is they're going right into the apartment complexes and setting up these pop-up tabletops and tents and serving the community. So I thought that was really cool. That's it for me as far as it goes with my talking and all that. So what I'm going to do is open it up for questions here. So bear with me. I'm going to unmute everyone. Does anyone have any questions this morning?
I have a question about the Humana. Are you talking even the PPO? There are no copays, and do you know how long that's good for?
Yeah, great question. So from what I understand, it is all Medicare Advantage products. I didn't see the Medicare supplements, but it is all Medicare Advantage products, including PPOs. And the out-of-pocket cost waivers are until December 31st. So it's the entire year. Yeah, absolutely. So I thought that was really, really interesting. Yes, sir.
Yes, I just wanted to say that I read 2 emails from Humana. One of them, you know, that's the impression that they are going to waive everything. But the other one that I read, it says that it's only for primary care physicians and specialists. That's what I understood. So that's why I'm a little bit confused about it.
For the physicians, so primary care doctors and specialists is what he mentioned. But there was some conflicting information in there because they also mentioned deductibles and prescription drugs in one of the emails. So I remember them saying that too, Pedro. So I'll get some more clarification on that and I'll send that out. But from what I understand, it's most of the out-of-pocket costs, but at least primary care doctor and specialists are going to be costs with no out-of-pocket costs.
Yeah.
Thank you for that info. I appreciate it. Does anyone have any other questions that I can address? All right. Looks like you guys need some coffee. Well, I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys for being on the call. Again, we're here for you. If you need anything, please let us know, 844-696-3975. And you can always reach us at askhpm.com or joinhpm.com. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, and take care and be safe.